Alright, so we're going to look at the last couple of problems of section 1.5. 1.5 is a lot of problems with just subtraction. Once again, just a lot of computation. And all that means is you go ahead and just use your calculator for about all the problems 1 through 10, which is why I kind of skipped through those. Hopefully at this time you're getting yourself pretty familiar with the calculator now. So I want to look at these last ones because, like I said, they are word problems. So we've already seen this before. This says 117 less than negative 51. So 117 is less than negative 51. One of those problems where it's written backwards. Okay, the first thing they want you to do is write a numerical expression for this phrase. So this phrase here, we just rewrote it in a numerical expression, just using numbers. And then the next thing, all you got to do now is just simplify. Nice problem. You can just put in your calculator, negative 51 minus 117. You should get a solution of negative 168. If you see yourself getting an error, it might have been because you did not use the negative signs correctly. Okay, so that's part A of that problem, and this is part B of this problem. The next one, once again, a numerical expression, and then simplify it. So it tells us here 2 is less than the difference between 3 and negative 5. So 2 is less. That means it's going to be the last part. So it's either going to be A or C. Right away eliminate these two. Okay, just let's go back to this one when it said 117 less than negative 51. 117 was second. Negative 51 was first. Same thing here. 2 is less than, so 2 is going to be at the end. Okay? And difference is just subtraction. So then the difference between 3 and negative 5. So we want to be subtracting 3 and negative 5. 3 minus negative 5. Because we have the number 3, the number negative 5, and we're subtracting the difference. So C will be our solution. And then just to get your answer, just put it in your calculator. I know your calculator doesn't have brackets, so anytime you see a bracket, just use it as a parenthesis. So this would be parentheses 3 minus open parentheses negative 5, close parentheses, minus 2. You can just input it into your calculator just like that. Next problem says one day the temperature started at negative 10. Started at negative 10 degrees, and then it dropped. So that's subtraction. So what's the total temperature at the end of the day? Well, we just input this in our calculator. You should be able to do this. We get a solution of negative 21. Next problem here, it says in a certain year, one health club, they had a profit of 9,700 or 97,000. While another one, so they both start here, had a profit of, or had a loss of negative 25,000. What's the difference? So once again, we're just subtracting 97,000 minus negative 25,000. I put the parentheses around that number, but you don't necessarily have to. So just input in your calculator just like that. Get a solution of 122,000. So this next one says in August, this lady began with a checking account balance of $904.03. Her checks and deposits for August are shown. Assume no transactions. What's her account balance at the end of August? So first let's add. We're going to add that column and we're going to add that column. So we add these numbers. We get 35.21 plus 24.98 plus $3.78. That column gives us a number of 63.97. And let's add the second column. We got 87.48 plus 120.55. That gives us a total of 208.03. So she starts off with $904.53. Deposits a total of $208.03. But then has checks for that amount. So those checks are going to lower her balance. So that we're going to subtract. Now from here you can just put it in the calculator. 904.53 plus 208.03 minus 63.97 gives her a balance of 1,048.59. So those are some of the problems on 1.5 that I thought were probably going to be the hardest.